It's that time again, YouTubers. I, Hellgear, am back with the Merge Dragons recap of the third Cat Dragon event. So, another one bites the dust. And this is the last major event of year, the last major event of year 2. Oh, I sound so hoarse. Let me sip my this drink here. Alright, so, here we go. This time around, we had a cat-shaped island. Yes, a cat-shaped island, which also had some key fog and some various things. And from what I've seen in the community, some people were able to get through this early, some people didn't get to complete it. And the reaction was kind of a mixed bag. You know, from what I saw from watching a stream, that player made quick work of things. However, there was a certain section of land that was a bit problematic. And during the stream, he managed to say that this was starting to get boring. So, I figured let's hear the opinions of some other players. So, I'm just going to read off what other dragoneers have said after posting on the Merge Dragons Facebook page. So, if the Merge Dragons development team and those guys at Graham Games are paying attention to this, well, now I'm going to read off what your players are saying besides myself, because obviously I'm not heard. So what better way to do a recap than getting the points of views of other players? So here we go. Would have done this with time to spare, but I didn't realize I needed the star and trophy to unlock the land behind the clouds. Lesson learned for me next time. Though it would be good if a big warning comes up when you heal their squares. Yep. That one is kind of a drag, because you will need particular items that you merge or heal together or recover from healed land as a key lock for later. I feel you on that one. Got all my event rewards, but no extra ones for star completion. No nest of owls, crying face emoji. Yeah, nobody can ever get all 10 of those unless you're running. Ooh. Ouch. Okay. Kim's pretty hard on this one. I find these boring. Too much of repetitive action getting the 3 big orbs. Wish there was more brain work involved. I've said this a lot. They really should change the whole creating 3 life orbs of the heavens. You've heard me say this multiple times on events that it takes half of your 3 days worth of time to create the 3 life orbs of the heavens. And as I said before reading these off, the guy I watched streaming this event ended up getting bored. Alrighty. I like the fact that there was a large all-connected area to make the life bubble things on. Okay, that's good. Missed the egg basket key, but I finished everything else. Good. Finished all except healing all the land. Didn't have the time or patience to make any more higher life orb level life orbs. Wish there was some of the bigger ones under the cloud keys. That's the key fog. Yeah. Sounds like a lot of people are talking about how the creating life orb of the heavens thing. It was okay. Got all but the last one. Kinda irritates me that it takes forever to build up bigger hearts than when you explode them. They barely hit the squares that you need to clear. Please stay away from the 5,000 blocks. Need more lower numbers or else it gets boring just waiting for the dragons to harvest the same land. Yeah, this was another thing that the guy I was watching was complaining about. There's a lot of 5,000 heal lands here, and let's be real. You may not always get that big life flower or life plant to harvest life orbs, and when you're on the clock for 3 days, it becomes almost a fruitless labor. Last event for me, I'm working full time and weekends are obviously too busy to complete without stressing. Got all rewards, but healing all land is really taking time while being lame. I mean, so much time getting the level 9 orbs. Those are the life orbs of the heavens, by the way. Doing nothing but getting my dragons to harvest small orbs for hours. That should not be the only real event content. In the end, I stopped when I got all rewards. Started one last life orb of the heavens, and still there was so much land unhealed. Would have needed 2 more life orbs. Now that's interesting. So even when you complete the 3 life orbs of the heavens, you needed 2 more? 5 life orbs of the heavens? Woo! Oh, this got a reply. Let me read the reply to this. Yes, this game is not intended to be played by those working full-time or who have family. I have children. I can't just keep my phone in my face all weekend to collect orbs. I could devote an hour or so here and there, but my goodness, it seems you have to be playing this 24 hours a day for the length of the event. I love and am moderately addicted to this game, but sheesh, there has to be a middle of the road or something. Merge Dragons development team, you really need to listen to players, not just me about telling you that 3 days is not enough time. Now, granted, some people who spend 24 hours a day playing this got this done in 1 day or 2 days. But seriously, when you get responses like that, how do you take it? Let's read some more. 50 away from getting the big cat. And so wish the board didn't have so much 50,000. Ooh! There went with, ooh. Ooh. I feel like you're listening to our suggestions. I felt like I was able to progress farther, at least in collecting rewards. It would be nice to get higher level life flowers early on. That's a good suggestion. Alright, so they are listening but half-assed. Once it takes 5,000 to clear a square, it gets to be insane. Still, it was fun, like the new dragon. Okay. That's pretty good. That was one nice positive, but going pretty nice. Pictures of the island. Alright, wondering what the puppy dragon had to do with this one. Kitties, yes, no puppies though. Well, I can answer that one. The dog dragon is the tertiary, and as you guys can see on the screen, the tier list. See that one right after the cat dragon bone, that little toy spawn nest? When that gets into your camp, it'll spawn X number of dog dragon eggs. You know, the tertiary dragon is not the main focus. It's the primary event dragon. And then, of course, the Deutero owl. Moving on. Still agree with many others who say there is just too much 5,000 land to clear. It's well over half the board. And heaven forbid do I like and use none of the keys early so I could get at least 2 levels of clouds clear. I do love these events, the new goals on this one, and the added bonus for meeting all of it. It's really fantastic. if you had time to devote to the game and nothing else like family or errands or life. Yep. See, this is why in the beginning, when we had those 5-day Ice Dragon and Sensei Dragon and Stadium Dragon events and the 4-day Leaf Dragon event, it was a bit more manageable amounts of time. Not anymore though. I look forward to playing, but I have only once met all the goals and cleared the whole board. This is all coming from the same person. I'm pretty sure it will never happen for me again. Wow. Someone else come wondering about the Dog Dragon. Again, third place is the tertiary item, or is the tertiary spawn for the Dog Dragons. Ooh. Sand. This is an interesting one. There's no more I can do in this game because of the reason that you need to buy gems to unlock those chests. Those chests should be free to open. I really think this is an ugly way of making money out of a game. Very disappointed. Yep. That's how a lot of these events are won. Gotta pay to get through things. Ooh, Charlotte didn't even get the event. Melissa didn't get anything because it wouldn't load. Anna got the event, but none of her rewards. Wow, Brandy, that's harsh. This event was a fail. A lot of us didn't have success to it, to have access to it on time, and it's pretty time consuming to get all this done. That lost time was huge. Well, obviously they updated their game to get this event. It's just, it wasn't showing up. Remember, folks, to those of you who are having that issue, one, make sure you have the updated version of the game. Two, remember that these regular events require 35 dragon power. Now, if you have these in a stable net connection, but stuff's not showing up, or it'll give you that little icon in the lower left corner of the screen above like the home or that camp icon that says online only, you got to hit the horn. Please make less 5,000 squares and maybe just make one life orb of the heavens as a challenge. Some of us do have a life as well, or make the event last longer. Amanda, I'm going to say it like this. They're not going to make these events longer simply because, as I read off, the purpose of these events being 3 days long, and this is what I was told from the team themselves when I asked about this. The purpose of these events being 3 days long is to get high-level items in a short amount of time. Even though the dragon trees are crap level items. Now trust me, I've been saying for a while that these events should be 5 days long. Someone else had the event as a complete fail. And favorite rewards again. The quests kept failing to register my stuff. I got the life orb of the heavens, and it said it didn't have any according to the quest. And when I popped it, it only cleared a small space. The dragons were slow, and I didn't get the quest rewards or the dragons. Makes me sad. Crimson dragons aren't the fastest harvesters. Let's make that perfectly clear. They are not the fastest harvesters. But if a life orb of the heavens is only clearing out like 2 squares, 3 squares, what's the point of even making them? And this person actually brought up another point. In past events, when people would create the life orb of the heavens, it wouldn't count them under the tasks. Let's see. Back when I was pregnant, I had time to finish these events. Now having a toddler, it's impossible. Oh well, at least I can look forward to the Merge 5 events. Ouch. There's a reply to this too. Kids being the ultimate time sucker. There's no way in hell I can devote that much time to this game. I've never even gotten the board at least half cleared, and my family already balks at how much time I spend on this game. I just barely started knocking out 500 squares, then saw comments speaking about the quantity of 5,000 squares? How much time do these people spend on this game? Sheesh! Tony loves the event, but wasn't able to compete. Never get very far on these. Takes too long to make up the hearts that are big enough to clear the land. Love the game though. Let's get some more. Ooh. My event disappeared before the time was up. Ouch. That one kind of sucks. Ooh, Michael's got a hard one. I never get to finish these. Get bored with all the tapping and getting nowhere. Ouch. Okay, Erica's got a good point. I love the prizes, but it is so grueling. We need more options to merge on the dead land, especially in the 500 and 5,000 lands. Remember, folks, this is you guys saying this to the Merge Dragons development team. This is you guys. Didn't let me finish, it stole my time. I'm always like, I'll do it tomorrow, I still have time, then find myself in a mad rush when there's an hour left to try to finish. Oh well, maybe one day I'll finish. Ooh, April says, I don't bother clearing all the land. I've done it a couple of times and haven't noticed any extra bonuses for clearing all the land. My main objective is all the prizes. Got them all. As for how I like to roll, it's like, forget clearing the land. You're going to spend too much time. And half of your 3 days goes into creating the 3 life orbs of the heavens and you hope and pray they register? No thanks. Why is this review so long? Because I'm reading your responses. And besides, this is the last major event of year 2. Wow, Jenny. Boring. Too long and too many 5,000 squares. Remember, someone said half the board was that. Ugh. Not even close. Had too much stuff to get done this weekend. And here is the comment this is the comment on the Facebook page right here from Lisa. Event is never long enough, which makes it impossible to finish. Other game events last 14 days. Some do, some don't. You know, Smurfs Epic Runs events were 1 whole week. Let's see, let me read 3 more. And then I'll get into my pieces on it. No, that's about the Merge 5. Someone asking for pointers. My save doesn't seem to show all my rewards. I know I got all but the last dragon, so she made it up to the runner-up prize, which is the level 3 ice dragon that you see on the right side of the screen. I won't be... Ooh, Margaret. Wow. Margaret says, I won't be attempting anything like this again. The Merge 5 is worth playing, though. I know I'm a tough critic to these Brits, but, a lot of you out there, all of you, my fellow dragoneers, your mixed opinions are here. And this is something that I like to get, you know, the opinions, and I like to read off all this stuff. Again, this is the recap opinions of dragoneers who played the event. What I can say is this. There are going to have to be a lot of changes made to these Merge Dragon events come year 3. And hopefully the Merge Dragons development team takes into consideration 3 major parts, 3 major issues from the fellow dragoneers when it comes to this. Issue number 1, it's getting rid of the life orb of the heavens being a 3 count. You know, that's going to be the one that needs to go. And I'm for that. Again, if it takes somebody half of the 3 days just to get the 3 life orbs of the heavens. Remember, it takes 12 hours. Okay? So, of your 3 days, alright, of your 72 hours, you're spending 36 hours trying to get this life orb of the heavens thing cleared up. And players are just tired of doing it. Especially when they do clear life orbs of the heavens and they don't do squat for healing the land. Which brings us to number 2. Land taking too much life to heal. When over half of your board is 5,000, 50,000, how do you expect players to heal all of that land? Especially, as noted by all of you, there are very little dragons, there are very little plants to harvest life. And as I said before, Crimson Dragons are balanced, but they are not the best harvesters. One thing I mentioned from a previous recap is mix up the 2 dragons that you get for the events. Not just with the Morpho Dragon event, which gives you grass dragons to harvest from. Because other than that, every time you harvest, you get Crimson Dragons, you know. Sometimes give someone a green dragon. Sometimes give them the rock dragons, you know, that sort of thing. And most importantly, because it's the time. You know, I told myself that I wasn't going to complain about the time. And yet here are many other dragoneers talking about the time. And again, Merge Dragon simply says, as their excuse as to why you're supposed to do this in a crunched amount of time. Here's the thing. Players are starting to get bored trying to do all this grind. You've heard it. They've posted on the Facebook page. If it's taking so long to get super high land healed that it's becoming boring to dragoneers to even continue events, this is an issue that needs to be fixed. Now, while I disagree that more brain work should be involved in these, and I do disagree about that, the fact still remains that players have lives and they can't be on this unless, like that one person said, they're on this 24/7. But hey, it's not like you guys are going to change the time anyway. You haven't done it all this time when I've told you. You're probably not going to do this now that every other Dragoneer is telling you. And I myself, I've said this before many times to people, and I'm going to say it once again. I'll believe it when it happens. So, development team going into year 3, you're going to have to do something about these events being 3 days. Not just because I've told you countless times again in these recaps, but your other Dragoneers who are playing this game are telling you over and over and over and over and over again about not having enough time. Hopefully you'll listen next year. There should be a Merge 5 event next week as the final event for the 3rd year. And then in the 3rd week of June, we'll begin year 3 of Merge Dragons. So to everyone who has been playing for these past 2 years, I say thank you for all of the fun. Thank you for merging alongside myself. And if I'm able to help you out while you go through watching me do it, or any advice I may give you, I hope you do the same for me. But that's all for this recap. If you agree with or disagree with anything that I've had to say, or anything that your fellow Dragoneer peers have had to say when it came to this, please share in the comment section below. If you disagree with them, if you agree with them, share your insights and your experiences of this event in the comment section below. But for now, I gotta take this goose out the oven. It's overdone. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.